Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that affects every single one of us, food. But we're looking at it through the lens of artificial intelligence and how the evolution of AI is set to completely transform everything, from the factories of today to the very definition of what we eat tomorrow.
So here's how we'll break it down. We're going to take a journey through time, looking at three distinct phases of AI. We'll see how each one totally rewrites the rules for how our food is made, from just optimizing what we have now to inventing things we can't even imagine yet.
All right, first things first. Before we can understand where we're going, we need a map. So let's lay out the three major stages of AI development that are going to shape this incredible future.
We'll start with ANI, which is Artificial Narrow Intelligence. That's the specialized AI we have right now, up to about 2030. It's fantastic at specific tasks. Then we look ahead to AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, kicking in around 2030. Think of this as an AI with human-level intelligence. And finally, we'll get into the really mind-bending stuff, ASI, our Artificial Superintelligence, a theoretical superintelligence far beyond anything we can comprehend, potentially emerging around 2040.
Okay, let's ground ourselves in our present reality, the ANI era. Right now, artificial narrow intelligence is way more than just a helpful tool. It's quickly becoming the absolute core of what makes a food company competitive. You know, the food industry has always wrestled with these huge challenges, right? You've got to produce a massive variety of products, maintain incredibly strict quality control, and constantly deal with labor shortages. Well, ANI is changing the whole game by turning every single one of these challenges into a data problem that it can actually solve.
The competition is really heating up across 5 key areas. We're talking about everything from squeezing every last gram of value out of raw materials to ensuring absolutely zero recalls, and even using data to predict the next viral food trend before it happens. And this is where it gets really cool. ANI is moving beyond simple yes or no tasks. It's starting to master these nuanced, almost human-like judgments. So instead of just spotting a piece of plastic on a conveyor belt, it can now determine the perfect golden brown color on a piece of fried chicken, with the consistency of a 30-year veteran inspector. That pretty much eliminates recalls based on quality.
This slide shows you the fundamental shift perfectly. We're moving away from a game of just scale and gut feeling to a competition that's all about speed, insane precision, and predictive data. It's not about who's the biggest anymore. It's about who's the smartest.
Okay, now let's take a leap forward to about 2030. This is where the game completely changes. We're not just optimizing what we already know anymore. We're talking about autonomously inventing the unknown with Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI.
So the crucial point here is the shift in roles. Think of it this way. ANI is an incredibly powerful tool, maybe the best tool ever invented, that helps us do things better. But AGI is more like a creative partner, a co-founder in the business. It's not just following instructions, it's actually coming up with the ideas. This is just profound. An AGI won't just try to imitate a steak that already exists. No, it'll start from the ground up, asking questions like, what is the most sustainable and utterly delicious molecular structure that a human has never ever tasted before? And then it will design that food from scratch.
This concept, batch size 1, sounds simple, but it is a total game changer for manufacturing. It means an AI will have the ability to reconfigure an entire factory line on the fly to produce one single, completely customized product for one single order. Imagine a personalized nutrition bar designed just for your body's needs, made the moment you hit purchase.
And in the supply chain, AGI acts less like a forecaster and more like a strategic diplomat. It won't just predict that a drought might cause a spice shortage. It will understand the cascading chaos that will follow and autonomously negotiate with new suppliers to restructure the entire supply chain before the problem even hits. It's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Now, let's see how this all builds into something truly mind-bending. We're now entering the theoretical era of artificial superintelligence, or ASI, starting around 2040. This is where the very definition of food gets deconstructed and rebuilt from the atoms up.
In this ASI era, the whole idea of competing for market share just seems quaint. It's obsolete. The goal shifts to a civilizational mission. How do we best support, sustain, and maybe even evolve human life by fundamentally re-engineering the very things we consume?
I want you to really try and imagine a world with no farms, no recipes. Instead, you have atomic assemblers that build your food molecule by molecule. This tech could create superfoods that perfectly replicate or even surpass the flavor of a fruit that's been extinct for 1,000 years, built on demand from base elements.
In this future, your meal isn't just energy anymore. It's information. It's code. Food could have custom-designed nanomachines that repair your damaged organs while you eat. Or it could act like a piece of biosoftware to temporarily boost your cognitive function for a big presentation. It's wild.
So the role of a food company just transforms completely. They're not manufacturers anymore. They become bioarchitects. The new competition isn't about flavor or price. It's about who can best design our biology for optimal health, for longevity, for peak human performance.
So, let's bring this entire incredible journey together. This timeline, from a simple tool to an inventor to an architect of life itself, it shows a staggering escalation. Let's look at the whole evolutionary path on one screen.
This table just lays out the entire progression so clearly. Look at how the value source shifts so dramatically. We go from the efficiency of speed and precision in the ANI era to the creativity of problem-solving with AGI, and finally to the almost godlike power of having total control over matter in the theoretical ASI era.
Ultimately, you see the competition is going to go way beyond business. It becomes this profound question of ethics and intelligence. It's not about which company makes the best product anymore. It's about which intelligence designs the best possible future for our species. And that just leaves us to wonder, what kind of future are we building, one atom at a time?